Alright guys, welcome back to Fall 76. I need to remember to do this every time I come to start the game. Wrong one. Because you get that little bit of extra XP. We need to head this way. The Kanawa Nuka-Cola plant. Right down here, and I actually haven't discovered it yet. Wow. This is probably because I got so preoccupied with trying to finish the main game or main missions and side ones that I forgot to explore a little bit. No.
This is a Level 2 nuclear alert. Repeat, this is a Level 2 nuclear alert. The Sidon Energy Plant WV-06 has suffered a critical failure. Hazmat teams are en route. Please remain indoors and await further instructions.
Get the fixer out. Nothing special in here. Can't believe I completely just never came here. Wow, a lot of glue in here. You might. Oh, I did already get a couple of these.
This is it. We need to get the power up and running and reformulate the machines for the inoculation. Fire everything up and try not to get killed.
Let's see, check the reactors, check the flavor lab.
Keep an eye out. All kinds of things make their home in these old factories.
Oh, I know, mostly ghouls, scorched, and super mutants. Like, got a bunch of ghouls.
Not today.
All these them charges. See, one's there, and then we have another one upstairs. So we can check upstairs once we get this first thing. Ooh, there's a basement level as well.
Not about to let anything stop us.
Power coupling. We'll probably need that for this. Further down there. Damn, this place is huge. Okay, so that can go outside. Outside again. Okay, and that's what led down to here.
I tried jump-starting them, but the reactors are completely shot. Bad power couplings.
A fat man. Let's see. A complex set of reactors are wired together to provide power to the factory. They aren't working. Replace the power couplings. Engineer a workaround. Or jam radio things together. Well, we have the power couplings, so. Oh, okay. Well, let's engineer a workaround. The couplings are damaged, but only due to a thick layer of oxidation over the contact points. We pull out some solvents and clean everything up. With the power plug, the reactors jolt to life. Okay, now we just need to collect. Check the flavor out. Can we get it then? Oh, led to a cat stash. Check over here though real quick. See if we missed any terminals or anything. Nothing. NCB02-A6A1 feedback form. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most optimal, please rate your experience with the sample you tested. Intensity 6, mouthfeel 2, acidity 5, aroma 7, flavor profile 7, sugariness 2, metalness 9, aftertaste 4. Craveability 4, overall taste 3, overall experience 5. Additional comments. Is it normal for your teeth to itch after drinking this beverage? Do you have a toothpick or a drill or something? Get out of my way, overseer. Blank feedback form. Let's see. Oh, absolutely nothing. When it said blank, it meant it. This one tends across the board. I gazed upon the face of Almighty God and bathed in His infinite glory. I share a oneness with all living things. This must be shared with the world. Alright. 3.74, 5.2, 0.4, 2.2, 4.275, 9.1, 7.66, 1.9, 0.17, 3, 3.7645. Additional comments. Greetings, soda artists. It is I, Lewis, the #1 Nuka-Cola aficionado in the world, aside from perhaps Mr. Brad Burton himself. Regarding Formula NCX 13-GP01, I found it to be an incredibly lackluster attempt at altering what is already a perfected original formula. Back to the drawing board. Let's go ahead and check out the Nuka-Cola taste testing sign-in. Welcome. Welcome to Nuka-Cola's sample and tasting program. Your feedback is a vital part of the process of developing the next generation in dynamic beverage experiences for your fellow Nuka-Cola brand loyalists. Please read and sign the release of liability and then proceed to your assigned station, where an attendant will walk you through the process. Release of liability. Waiver and assumption of risk. I, the tester, hereby fully waive and release Nuka-Cola Corporation, the company, from any and all claims for personal injury, property damage, or death that may result from my participation in the following activities: sampling of unidentified or code-named liquids, sampling of unidentified or code-named foodstuffs, accidental exposure to radiation, carcinogens, hazardous waste, fumes, may be odorless and invisible, non-standard space-time zones, microbes, and or mysterious patterns. I hereby voluntarily, at my own risk, sign this waiver and assumption of risk in sole consideration of being permitted to use the company's facilities or property and aid in the testing of unreleased products. I hereby acknowledge and understand that there are dangers and risks associated with the activities described above, which have been fully explained to me. I hereby agree to abide by all rules, instructions, policies, and procedures imposed by the company relating to the use of the facilities or property. By signing this waiver and assumption of risk, I fully assume the dangers and risks, and agree to use my best judgment while engaging in those activities. I further agree to indemnify and hold harmless the company, its employees, agents, officers, fellow testers, and the United States Navy from and against any and all liability incurred as a result of or in any manner related to my participation in the activities. I hereby certify that I am of legal age and competent to execute this waiver and assumption of risk, that in doing so of my own free will and accord, voluntarily and without duress, and that I do so intending to bind myself, my executor, my heirs, and administrators or assigns to the fullest extent. I have read and understood the foregoing and acknowledge my consent to the terms of this waiver and assumption of risk by signing this waiver. Wow. Non-disclosure agreement. 101. Precautions. The receiving party, the tester, shall take reasonable precautions to protect confidential information from unauthorized use or disclosure. Such precautions are to be not less than those Nuka-Cola Corporation, the company, uses for its own information of comparable nature and value. 102. Use of confidential information. A. The tester must obtain the company's prior written consent to any use of the tester of confidential information. Each type of use, such use, a permitted use. B. If, as clearly shown by written evidence, the parties are entering into this agreement in conjunction. Jesus Christ, is this really... I ain't reading this horse shit. That was like the most boring thing ever. I thought it was gonna be like some funny stuff in there. You know, it's all very like actual legal jargon. Ooh, they got nuclear waste. I'll open that door in a minute because I hear people behind it. One likeness in C's. S-E-I-Z. Oh, stool. It's the S. Sea lion. Walrus. Fur seal. Use pear brandy as a flavor base. Cut intense aftertaste with trace. Okay, so these are basically like flavor cards. Okay. Angry beaver. What was that? Nucola product research. Nucola manufacturing control. Manufacture new product. Flavor sequence lookup failed. Please contact the flavor lab. Marketing protocols. Executive letter clearance required. Please contact corporate for permissions. Backlog. Whale shark. On hold pending legal investigation requires corporate authorization. Orca. Requires upgraded equipment to handle corrosive nature during processing. Product on hold pending equipment arrival. Albatross. Placing in backlog per Dr. Hayward's request. Requires additional research into chemical reactions with gastric acid. Message back up there. Alright, let's go and open this door.
We can take
Ah, shit, we got that. Charge. I don't think either one of you two people help. I'll just switch my cards in a minute. Claire's note to Alexis. Alexis, I hope you can forgive me for this. I know we've had our differences over the years about methodology and R&D, but we've always agreed that marketing is an evil force in the Nuka-Cola world. I can't let them experiment on innocent bystanders. So I've taken the arsenic and mercury and strontium-90 and all the rest of it and gone home to Sutton. Hoping you understand, Clara. Forgot we had to level up. You will never mutate from rads, and right away will never cure mutations. I want to eventually get a mutation, so you, sir, honestly don't help at all. So let's go ahead and put starch genes on, and we'll do serendipity, why not? Take away weapon artisan, and we'll put back. Oh wait. It was perception, that's right. time. Okay, since that's where we need to be, let's go ahead and search these places first.
Nuka-Cola scientists were trying chemical substitutions to make new flavors. That's how we're gonna trick it into making the inoculation. We just need to figure out how to mix soda ingredients to produce human antibodies. Easy, right?
Sure, I need to read this. Nuka-Cola marketing memo. To all full-time marketing team members from R. Marcus Taylor, vacation. This is a reminder that I will be on vacation with my family in Watoga for the next 2 weeks. For all marketing and R&D related matters, please contact Pat Walker, Best Marketing. Okay. Product brainstorming.
Our latest market survey reports that healthy, on-the-go snacking is up 8% across all market sectors and is expected to propel demand across the next several fiscal years. Our first experiments are going to look at reviving celery-flavored sparkling beverages. It's a beverage that has its origins in the 1860s and has a built-in recognition with demographics that crave outsider status. We think we can balance artificial flavors, package design, and marketing to convince people it has healthy benefits. We're working with legal to figure out the limits of what we can claim, but right now we're leaning towards a classic digestive beverage for a new generation, and/or a green tonic water from America's greatest era.
Oh, God, you're doing it. God damn it. Give me the dog food. Yay, a wooden right on. I don't think I was down here before. The flashlight is like a mix between way too bright, or I should say the well, maybe I have, or he fell down here or something. Or I should say the lighting in Fallout is always like either way too bright or not bright enough. Like outside is way too bright, or it's not bright enough. It's weird. They seem to have used an assembly line switch. A lot of nuclear waste. Okay, yeah, I just went straight in there, so I guess I didn't really explore this part of it because it went upstairs.
That's added your blood sample as an ingredient. I guess that technically makes you Nuka-Cola's newest flavor. Actually, maybe I don't think about that too much.
I love it.
Reminds me of the
A complex set of
equipment back
laboratory
at the
equipment
Vault
is
Tech
in front
Ag
of you.
Center.
Leave it
Let me
until
know if you
splice
want me to take
antibodies
over.
into the formula. Use the experiment logs. Ask the overseer for help. We got this. Splice the antibodies into the formula.
That's it!
You carefully isolate
Now
the
we just
antibodies
need to
in your blood
manufacture the
sample and then use
formula.
a simple recombinant splicing technique to turn the yeast ingredient into little vaccine factories. You think it will taste citrusy. Let's see. Before manufacturing came in, the marketing department protocols insisted that a full branding analysis be performed. Based on the flavor profile of unknown human antibodies mixed with sugar and carbon dioxide, who would you say the target audience is for this beverage? Young people 13 to 18, older professionals on the go 25 to 35, people who don't want to get sick and die. Let's do that one. We predict that most appropriate color will be error color selector. Use default values, white with red letters. With this color scheme in mind, what should the name of this new beverage be? Nuka-Cola vaccinated, Nuka-Cola scorched, Nuka-Cola, my blood's in it. Let's go with that one.
Well, that was...
Your input
I'm
has been
sorry,
processed and your beverage is
I
ready
just
for
can't help but
manufacturing.
wonder what it
Please
was
start
like to actually work here.
the assembly line
I mean,
immediately to
can
begin.
you believe this?
More nuclear waste. I thought that was the, let's just fall down the hole.
That's it! Freedom from the plague in a bottle. While you're handing those out, I'll start organizing things here and get a plan in place to get more to whomever needs them. Meet me back in Sutton when you're done.
Okay. Let's see. There we go. Alright. So, Paige and Meg. Where are we? We're here right now. So there's Paige. And here we go. Oh, Meg is not at top of the world anymore? Is she up here now? Yes. Okay. So we will deliver it to Paige first. I think it might be a little bit cheaper to go to camp. go give him Nuka-Cola, my blood's in it. That's so dumb.
Really go for a Coke. Sandwich.
It's too wet to be outside.
Some got that vaccine yet?
Here you are.
What's this? Nuka-Cola. Nice looking label, I guess. What gives?
Drink it before I smash it over your head. Hey, medicine doesn't need to taste bad, right? Drink up.
Well, I guess I should be impressed if you went to all the trouble of making it easy to take. Still don't know what to think of you, Vault Dweller. But, well, saving us from your plague is a good start. You watch out for you and yours out there.
Nuka-Cola. My blood's in it. Alright. And now we gotta give it to Meg. Who, they are closer if we go to 76. The crater. I want to go in the back and see what it looks like from afar. Wow, it's very different. I never got the crater before.
Trying to earn your keep? You better.
What is this place?
Crater is what you outsiders like to call raider territory. You want to be welcome here? You earn it.
How'd you build this place?
I ain't got a clue. Fisher and his crew put this place together. The only hard labor I do is raiding settlers.
How long have you all been here?
Long enough to know we got a bunch of people trying to take what's ours. Settlers, blood eagles, even some damn cultists. We may not all have been here back in the day, but Meg sure was. So we're just back to collect.
I have more questions.
If answering your damn questions means you'll leave me alone, let's hear them.
Who are you?
The name's Axel. I've been with this crew long enough to know they don't trust anyone who can't pull their own weight around here.
Who's in charge?
That'd be Meg. If you don't know that by now, maybe you ought to reconsider what you're doing here.
Bye.
That's right, keep moving.
I got nothing to say to you.
Quest started daily. The importance of communication. Red needs parts to maintain Crater's communications. I don't know why I thought this was gonna go somewhere. Daily retirement plan. Deal with former Crater gang members.
Back off.
Shut up, bitch.
People need to appreciate quality protection. They don't know how lucky they are to have me.
I know, I could just come right back in your house and take everything. What you got?
I sell the best shit in the biz.
No, you don't.
Want to fight another?
The Crater Core.
Is it daytime out there? You can lose track of time down here.
Caleb Fisher.
Nice to meet you and all that. See? Some of us have manners. Meg's old diehard, though. Don't expect any peace and cures from them. But it takes all sorts.
What do you do around here?
What don't I do? As all the layabouts and chem fiends do their thing, seems like it's up to me to fix everything. Not that I'm complaining, but it gets old sometimes, you know?
What do you think of Meg?
It's a tough world out there, and you need someone tough to see you through it. Meg's alright, I guess. I was with Lev's crew before we joined her. Meg gets all the credit. But the whole place would fall apart if not for Lev, Lou, and certain others.
Who are the diehards?
Just some old gang around these parts. I hear they were lost to the scorched plague. Only the fans who followed Meg made it out alive. She had the sense to leave before the worst of it. So she gets a lot of respect from her people. Sure. Whatever you say.
Alright, so we got Caleb. Oh, Fisher's Terminal. Tech logs. Vox Collar. I almost wrote off Monaho Township as a whole, but that one house on the outskirts of town proved fruitful in my search for old tech. A scientist named Dr. Harrison built a functioning interpreter for animal sounds. With a little bit of tinkering, I was able to improve upon his work. It should allow a human or animal incapable of speech to produce words we can understand. For now, it is limited to the voice library that Dr. Harrison provided, but if it works, I can always add more. Water purifier. Found a solution to the water problem. Toxic water is what you get for settling in a place the locals call the Toxic Valley, but Meg just had to insist on using this old space station as a base. Luckily, I scrapped some of the station's water filtration systems and was able to rig it up to our purifiers to make sure about anything drinkable. To make just about anything drinkable. We still have to clean out the excess sludge buildup almost daily, but as long as we do that, we've got clean water. Space beam. I'm not sure what sort of work they were doing up on the space station, but I dug into some of the surviving documents. This thing they were building, it's not like anything I've seen before. Is it communications? A weapon? I don't know. There's a lot of missing information. I've decided to call it the Space Beam, for lack of better words. Munch wanted to call it the Angel Piss Project, of course, but I quickly put an end to that. It could be years before I figure it all out, let alone get it running. Power armor. Meg told me that she and the other gangs used to tussle with these guys called the Brotherhood of Steel, who'd roam around wearing power armor trying to restore order or something. I told her I wanted a suit to tinker with, but she obliged. Sorry. Taking me to one of their old bases, we found one, barely functioning. It's almost ready now, just a few more tweaks, and I think it'll be better than it ever was to begin with. Incoming messages, denied. Outgoing messages, denied. Quick notes. Find out who took my pipe wrench, break their kneecap with it, if time allows. Talk to Lev, tell him I'm in. Talk to Meg, I can't fix everything for everyone. Put in an order with Ren to send people to look for the following supplies. Screws, copper wires, duct tape, solder, fuses. Oh, hello, fellow. You are dressed very nice. Johnny's password needed. Gentleman Johnny Weston.
Nice to have a conversation with one of you 76ers. A lot of your people would like nothing better than to wipe us out. Or at least try to. But that would be tough. Just ask Foundation.
What do you think about settlers?
I think they're fighting against a basic truth. The world's ended. Civilization, laws, and all that government propaganda is more dead now than it was before the war. Now, the sooner they learn that, the better.
Why don't you guys take out Foundation?
Where's the percentage in it? Say we attack, guns blazing. Best case is we win. And after that, what then? Who do we shake down for caps and food? And I, for one, am not cut out to be a farmer.
What do you think of us vault dwellers?
Maybe a touch of envy. Sounds like you had some sweet digs, while the rest of us, not so much. The other thing is impressed. Considering how different you all are, it's a wonder the Overseer kept you all alive.
That's quite the getup you're wearing.
You like? Finding a tuxedo isn't all that hard these days. A million empty stores around. But keeping it freshly laundered, now that's my trade secret. Many times, 76.
I like this guy, Gentleman Johnny Weston. So before we talk to May, let's just continue looking around.
You better watch it.
Whatever that is. Oh, it's Lev, okay. Rah-rah.
I hope we find some other kids. Grown-ups are so boring sometimes.
Don't you play with Gale?
Yeah, we play lots of games, but she's not always good at the games. Maybe because she's so big? Sometimes I hide and she tries to find me, but she never can and I just get bored and come out. It would be more fun if there was another kid like me.
Any brothers or sisters you could play with?
Nope, it's just me. I'm an only child. Meg said she thinks I'm real tough and I must have raised myself, at least until Gale found me. She said the only family I ever need is all the people at the crater, so they're like my brothers and sisters.
One day you'll be a grown-up too.
Yep. Ren said in just a couple of years I'll be a big bad raider just like her. But Axel said I shouldn't grow up too fast. But I don't care what he says. Boys are dumb sometimes. I want to grow up and be big and strong, just like Meg and Gale. Yeah, if you don't get killed first.
Okay. Oh, this is Gale. Yeah, she's
so
big.
many humans around. Makes head hurt.
That's funny.
You no hurt rah-rah ever. You wear big armor. But Gale's still stronger than metal suit. So many humans around. Makes head hurt.
That's hilarious. And that's outside.
So much work to do. And do I get any thanks? Well, I could use more.
So for some reason I thought I talked to Lev. I haven't.
Unless you're here to pay me, fuck off.
You're like a man who gets what he wants.
Always. Anyone that gets in my way, well, that doesn't happen twice.
How did you end up here?
From Russia before the war. But I like it here. Americans are so soft. Such easy prey.
Do you hate the Settlers and Foundation?
Why bother? So long as they stay out of our way, we'll let them live. At least until we're ready to take what they have. До свидания.
You lost? Back off. What are you looking at?
Yo, makeup.
Hope you're here with the delivery, 7-6. Patience ain't exactly my strong suit.
Here you go.
This is the inoculation you promised? Bottles of Nuka? You best start talking, 7-6.
Technically, it's an oral inoculation whose distribution vector is a carbonated beverage.
Clearly. And you can spare me the details. Wouldn't want you to hurt that brain of yours trying to use all the fancy words. I'll make sure it gets distributed. Looks like you're off the hook, 7-6. See you around.
My blood's in it. Okay, so just talking to the overseer now. Barb.
So what did my screw-up brother Creed do now?
Creed is your brother?
Yeah, we've got each other's back. Of course I'm pulling his fat out of the fire most of the time. He tries, but I'm not so sure he's tough enough to survive here on his own.
How did you end up here?
I came with Creed. We heard you could make your own fortune here, and they didn't care where you came from.
Can you trust any of these people?
Yeah, They'll gut you like a fish and, strip your corpse for caps, but I don't know, at least they're upfront about it. Those Foundation settlers will gossip and lie about you behind your back. Before you know it, you'll have no friends. Here, if I prove myself, they won't judge me. Not if I see you first.
Ooh. I know this all wasn't here the last time, because we visited a crater and there was really nothing in there at all. There's still not really anything in these places. It's so weird. Ready to pump.
Yeah, not sure I got time for you, pal. Sorry. This place is too crowded for me. All I want to do is get out of this place, get my radio set up somewhere, and talk about the world. How it is now. You get me?
Level 50 plus. I've been around, kid. I've seen things.
You have? Well, I bet you didn't see stuff while just hanging out in town, did you? No, you went out there in the world. You did stuff. Look, I got this dream. It eats me up inside. I've been traveling with this crowd for a while, and well, I need to get away. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. I still want to stop by and hang out with them, see the sights, but I need quiet, calm. I need to hear the world. I got a radio. I know some people. Got a buddy here in Crater, a hunter pal out in Foundation. Know some people all over. I know people, man.
You can stay at my place for 50 caps a day. You can set up your radio at my place, okay?
Seriously? Whoa, that's out of this world. You got space for me there, right? I don't need much. I just need open airwaves, baby. Here, take my radio. Set it up at your place. I gotta make some plans. Tell some buddies. Tell my mom. Oh, yeah, my mom. This is the best day. Oh, man. I'll see you soon.
Give me a radio, say your byes, and meet me in my camp.
Yes! My life is really turning around. Everybody on the radio is gonna be so impressed.
Okay, so that's the other,
You
ally.
snooping or you're on business?
Business. I mean, right now I'm snooping.
Hey, no sudden movements. I'm watching.
Surge.
Look who we have here.
What's your name?
Well, they call me Surge, as in surgeon. But I'm no doctor. I can put a round in a mole rat's buck teeth at 1,000 meters, though.
You look pretty comfortable with that rifle.
My dad had me shooting as soon as I could hold a pistol straight. He's gone now. Killed 3 Yaguar with a pistol once. But he couldn't stop his own ticker from quitting on him.
How'd you end up here?
After my dad died, I walked the Appalachian Trail. Figured why not? Spotted Lev in a firefight with some super mutants through my scope. Thought to myself, now that's a man I need to know better. Have a great day. I will.
Okay, I guess she lives down here. Did we go everywhere down here? Yeah, this is just this. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we've gone everywhere down here. Anything
I
else
wonder
with
if there's
Rara?
other kids out there like me.
Nope.
Seeing you reminds me why I drank. All of it, was it?
Okay. Regular old raider.
Nice tin suit.
Thank
I'd be
you.
ashamed if someone swiped.
You better watch it.
Well, you guys might want to watch it yourself. You got some games. Oh, here's Creed.
Hey, you're not one of those Mothman cult lunatics, are you? Nah, you don't look that crazy.
What do you know about the code of the Mothman?
Bunch of psychos in robes. They think our turf is some kind of holy land, and they'll risk death to protect it. That suits me just fine. I'll throw down with those nut jobs anytime, anywhere. I heard they've settled in over at Point Pleasant. Maybe we should pay them a not-so-friendly visit, you know what I mean?
Raiders can be pretty crazy sometimes, too.
Nah, see. We're a different kind of crazy. We're the hard-partying, guns-blazing, push-it-to-the-limit crazy. The fun kind. Those cultists are hopeless fanatics, giving their life for some weird-ass monster that'll probably just as soon eat them.
What if the code is right and the Mothman really is a god?
What? The hell with that. If anything out there's a god, it's the Mega Sloth. You seen that thing? Hell, I might just start a cult of the Mega Sloth. Except we won't be complete nut jobs like those Mothman cultists. We could have rituals like drinking a beer with the Mega Sloth or making sacrifices to it, you know? I got it. We could sacrifice those Mothman cult lunatics to the Mega Sloth. Ha! That's perfect. I think I'm onto something here.
Right, in the next DLC it'll be the Mega Sloth cult, run by Creed.
Sure, whatever.
Don't go causing problems. I've got enough on my plate. Loyal to the gang, huh? You want to prove it?
I'm listening.
Good. You didn't look like a leech. Not everybody's loyal, you see. Some people take all they can from us. They use us, then they leave us to rot. It's not right. We aren't a charity. We expect contributions in kind. You know? It's not a complex system here. So, you in?
What exactly is going on here?
Here's the deal. Anytime somebody leaves our little gang here, I want them found. And I want them dealt with. Fairly. What's fair? Dealer's choice. I just want to know they got the message. And look, no hard feelings, but I sent out some others just a few minutes ago, too. They've got a head start. But the more the merrier. Will you pull your weight around here? Or what?
Just tell me what to do.
Good. You're not a flake. I'm impressed. I had a hunter follow the trail earlier, so I think these directions will get you close enough. If you only find a corpse, well, that's fine. Maybe the others got there first. I just want to know that it's done.
Okay.
Gotta love getting stuff for free.
Oh god. Oh my stage. AE Re.
I love a good pile of metal scraps. The possibilities are endless.
You better watch it.
Shut the hell up. Don't have anything. Okay, I think that might be all in Crater. Let's just check this out. Nothing. Okay, let's go back to the Overseer. And talk to Davenport. I wonder what that is. Oh, that's the robot in here.
Hello there. I'm glad you stopped by. I could use your help with an important matter.
What exactly do you need?
An astute question. Allow me to explain. I serve as an assistant to the Overseer, gathering information about the people here in Appalachia. We're especially interested in the settlements known as the Crater and the Foundation. The growth and development of these settlements is vital to the rebuilding effort, and so we constantly monitor their progress. To that end, I'd like you to take photographs that will help to keep us informed. Naturally, I'll compensate you for your efforts. So, are you interested?
What can you tell me about the Foundation?
While I've never traveled to the settlements myself, I've heard quite a bit from visitors and radio broadcasts. The settlers at the Foundation are quite hospitable. They rely on cooperation and trust, sharing collaboratively in the rebuilding effort.
What can you tell me about Crater?
The Crater settlement was built from the wreckage of an old space station that crashed to the Earth not far from here. The raiders who live there are a violent group where the strongest rule, and they've claimed Appalachia as their turf.
I'll do it.
Excellent. Now, which of the two settlements do you intend to visit?
The Crater.
Feeling brave, are you? Very well. Let me tell you exactly what we're looking for. The raiders have repurposed the communications center of the fallen space station at the crater. This provides them with a vital link to their outposts and their comrades in the field, allowing them to monitor events in the region and react swiftly. Such an important piece of technology is worth keeping an eye on, so we'd like you to photograph it. Among their many eccentricities, raiders are known to enjoy defacing monuments, often to serve as territorial boundary markers. As such, the Colonel Kelly monument south of the crater might attract some interest from the more creative raiders. Best if we get a fresh look at it, just to be safe. There's always some risk involved in these photographic excursions, so do be careful. Good luck to you.
Okay, so this is the daily for... This one takes surveillance photos for Davenport. And let me get that off.
The inoculations, they're on their way?
It's done. They're inoculated.
What a relief, huh? We'll get shipments up and running in case that first batch wasn't enough. Look, I know you're doing more than your fair share of the work. Don't think I didn't notice. Thank you. Now that one crisis is over, it's time we start working on that mystery in the mountains. Have you heard the latest?
No, I've been out of the loop.
A few other people from 76 made the trek into the mountains to find this treasure we keep hearing about. It's a vault. Vault 79. Sealed tight, with no obvious way in. The rumor mill about what's inside is running wild. We don't have a way in, but I think I have a plan to at least find out what's inside. Every student who graduates Vault-Tec University has a story about the restricted wing, where all the higher-ups would have their meetings. And not just stuffy professors and their Mr. Handy assistants. I mean sit-downs with government officials, the military.
Let's see. So we get inside, see if they were meeting about this vault.
Over 25 years in the making for me, but it's time to finally see what it's hiding. Meet you there?
Completed the new arrivals. Urban Scout's right arm added. I don't want it. I don't want it. That's it? That's all we get? It was a legendary. First start, overseer, overseen. Vault-Tec University holds many secrets. Baseball bat. Level 5, really. Heated rocket. Enter Vault-Tec University. Okay. Apparently, of course, been to Vault-Tec University, went through the entire thing. Or so I thought. Whoops.
Hold it right there.
I know there's a restricted section of the university. You think the students never noticed who comes and goes?
It does not matter what you may have seen or heard before you graduated, Overseer. That is not my concern. Oh, I see one of your residents has arrived. Come here. We need to discuss this ridiculous request of yours.
Glad you're here. Maybe the two of us together can talk some sense into this machine.
The Overseer mentioned there would be more people coming.
Did she tell you we need to get into the residential wing?
Assuming there
wing?
even is a restricted section, and I am not verifying that, neither of you have Vault-Tec University credentials.
The Overseer graduated from here. She doesn't have access.
Faculty and staff determine who goes where in this university, not former students.
I might be the only human being connected to this place that's still alive. My authority doesn't override yours?
No, it does not. And for the record, I was the dissenting opinion on fast tracking your overseer assignment. You are not pushing your way through me.
Everyone's dead. You're not protecting anything anymore.
The condition of the outside world is not my problem. I see neither of you are going to relent. Very well. There is a problem you can help me with. This university needs graduates, and while your overseer has already been through the program, you are living and breathing enough to join this year's class.
This is ridiculous. Even if we had 4 years to waste, which we don't, the university is empty. There's no professors anymore.
Emergency protocols allow the Mr. Handy janitorial staff to run entrance straight through to the final exam. Their ability to run the vault simulation is experimental, but more than adequate for the task.
So how does this test work?
You will be given a scenario that you need to accomplish in the vault simulation area. The handies will play as the residents you need to oversee.
Why do you need a graduating class?
Producing quality graduates is the very foundation of my purpose. A purpose that has gone unfulfilled for far too long.
Fine, I'll complete this exam of yours.
Glad we agree. In this test scenario, your vault has divided into factions. You must resolve the conflict any way you see fit. Your chief of security will fill you in on the details. Good luck.
I'm not familiar with this test scenario. Professor Bott must have come up with it on his own.
Alright, let's see, is it below? Yes. I don't know where to get there.
Intruder, identify yourself. Hostile target identified.
You're missing every shot. And yielding marine armor lag. I'm sick of getting armor. What the shit? Gotta be a hole in the floor or something. Yep, right here.
All clear.
The hell is that? There's a graphical glitch and I can't see it, so I'm getting out of here.
You the new overseer? Heck of a boiling pot you're stepping into. Little tiff between the engineers and the med staff is ready to blow.
Let's see. Fear not, noble security guard. Your overseer is here.
I don't quite know how to respond to that. Getting back to it, there was a reactor leak. Kellerman, head engineer's apprentice, rushed in to fix it. Poor kid got a full dose of rads.
An idiot gets himself killed. Why is this my problem? That's off.
That's not the worst of it. Dr. Loris, head of the medical team, refused to send in help. Quarantined the reactor area so nobody died trying to go in there. Head engineer Brass accused the doctor of murder. Then, a couple days later, people noticed that one of the doctor's assistants, Estella, was missing. Everyone thinks it's a revenge killing. An eye for an eye.
Was a body ever found?
No. There's no evidence, no weapon, not one speck of blood. I'm at a loss, Overseer. Need you to make sense of all this. Sorry I couldn't be of more help.
Let's see. No task is too great for the overseer.
That's good to hear, Overseer. I'll be here if you need me.
Okay. So we gotta investigate, I guess. A lot of investigations. Talk to head engineer Brass, talk to Dr. Loris.
Overseer, I'm so glad you've stepped into this little mess of ours. I'm sure you'll resolve the matter swiftly.
I want to talk to your... Wait. I'd like the key to the reactor area.
I'm afraid I can't really comply with that request, Overseer. The reactor is under quarantine. The radiation could kill you.
You worry too much, Loris. Relax. I know what I'm doing.
Very well. As long as you take all the necessary precautions. Here. How can I help?
I want to talk to you about your feud with head engineer Brass. Wait, are you the only doctor in the vault?
Oh no, there's a full medical staff. They're bandying about somewhere, as usual.
I want to talk to you about your feud with head engineer Brass.
I don't have a feud with Brass. He has a feud with me. I'm only doing my job, Overseer, looking out for the health of the vault. And I'm sorry to say that, in my medical opinion, the chief engineer is suffering from paranoia and revenge fixation. We can't let that fester.
I heard you quarantined the reactor. An engineer died.
Oh, nasty business. But I'm not going to apologize for it. It had to be done. As doctors, we take an oath to do no harm. But sometimes, we have to choose between saving one life or saving several.
What are you suggesting we do?
Simple. You can authorize me to place the head engineer under medical supervision. A combination of chems and therapy will do the rest. There might be some protest, but I think our combined authority will keep that to a minimum.
Ooh, I'm sure I can persuade Brass to come voluntarily to prevent any outrage from other engineers. I can get my charisma up.
I'm at your service. Like I said. Simple. There might be...
Okay, I'm sure I can persuade Brass to come voluntarily to prevent any outrage from the other engineers.
An ideal solution, Overseer. I'd expect nothing less from you.
Okay. That's the reactor room. Let's go ahead and search that real quick. If we can. There's the engineer. Yeah, the reactor room is above. See if we can find that really quick. Because this just says exit. Oh, okay. Estella's holotape.
This is Estella, Dr. Loris's assistant. I snuck into the reactor to help Kellerman, but there's not enough time. The reactor is going to go critical. I'm dosing Kellerman with enough right away so he can finish fixing it. But the radiation is going to get us. At least the vault will be safe.
Deliver Estella's holotape to Robinson. Oh, he's up there. Shoot. How do we get back up there? Sure, didn't even need to talk to the engineer.
Did you have a question, Overseer?
I found Estella. She had this holotape on her.
You found her? Poor lass. I'm guessing she didn't make it. Let's take a listen then. So she wasn't murdered. She was trying to save Kellerman. Two of them ended up saving us all. This is big news, Overseer. We take this to Brass and Loris, it could end the infighting for good.
Gather them up. Let's put this ugliness behind us.
At once, Overseer! Everyone gather in the common area. We have an important announcement from the Overseer.
What's this about, Robinson? I have charts to update.
Maybe the Overseers finally decided to throw your murderous backside in jail.
That's enough! The Overseer has discovered what happened to Estella. This holotape proves she went into the quarantined reactor area on her own. She and Kellerman saved the vault.
They work together? Medical and engineering?
Oh, we've been fools, Brass. Bickering like two old men while the young ran off to solve our problems. It should have been us.
I actually agree with you there.
So that's it then? No more arguing? You'll both work under the Overseer's authority?
Yes.
Yeah. It's the right thing to do.
Good job. That's a solution any overseer should be proud for getting to. Everyone learns we have to work together.
Yeah, no shit. So we can find that damn professor again. Luckily there was a big ass hole in the floor.
Well, it appears you passed the test, barely exceeding my low expectations of you.
Oh, shut the hell up. We found what you asked. Now we need to access the restricted wing. Why so sarcastic? I thought you wanted graduates.
Your success is simply a reminder of the appalling standards I must now deal with. You are lucky. We grade on a curve. You are now an official graduate of Voltech University, entitled to access to the restricted wing. Back down in the vault, simulation space is a maintenance area. It conceals a secondary room that I believe will have what you are looking for.
It was almost good to see you again, Professor Bott.
Yes, Overseer, I suppose it was. Congratulations on one of your residents passing the program. You must be proud.
Actually, I am. Afraid I don't have my old cap and gown to share with you. Hopefully, what we'll find in the restricted wing will be even better.
Alright, so we basically need to go back down there. That's the exit. See, I didn't get to talk to him.
Exam's over. Back to cleaning up, I guess.
That's it.
I hope you learned something. I don't understand this vault nonsense myself.
This is it. Somewhere past this maintenance area is the restricted wing.
Is this super dirty place? Does she? Ooh, legendary, huh? Whoops. Wow, didn't realize he was killing me. Mutant Slayer's black powder pistol plus 30% damage to super mutants. Eh. Oh. Forget about that every damn time. Like, camera. Terminal. Systemic limitations. It is important to note that the limiters are in place for a reason. Disabling them can lead to a feedback loop that can affect the proctors, which could lead to corrupted data. Requests. Please make sure that you had your test ticket protocol forms to a processor in a timely fashion so that it gets tracked and scheduled. Remember, our external developers need significant lead time to deliver assets. Available fields. Electromagnetic, doubt field, space-time delimiter, interocitor, nitron beam, intelligence de-augmentation. Came from over there, so they're still over here to search. Another terminal. Current process. Note to current assistant proctors. Do not release substances into the vault unless so directed by the lead proctor. It is imperative that we time our actions with the actions of the current overseer in training for maximum emotional impact. Conflicts of interest. Please let the lead proctor know If you have any pre-existing relationships with any of the test participants, it is our job to apply the procedures impartially and decisively. Hearing our friends in discomfort or pain can be unsettling and may lead to a under-prescribed application of test materials. Similarly, it is only human to take pleasure in the pain of an enemy or an ex-lover. As always, we endeavor to apply our procedures in an unemotional and scientific fashion. Current levels: steam, flatus, carbon monoxide, raw sewage, mentat infused water, stable stringlets in blood. Oh. This just leads us back down here. Do not want a Molotov cocktail. God damn it. Oh shit. Holy shit. Running out of ammo for this thing again. That's everything to explore, besides the main part that we're supposed to be at, so. A lot of pencils. Projector.
Welcome, esteemed members of Congress and our armed services, to a very This rarefied metal has been the backbone of trade since time immemorial. And in the event of nuclear war, this precious resource will once again become invaluable to rebuilding America's economic future. That is why Vault-Tec has been commissioned to build a different and very real vault. Named for the atomic number of the metal it will guard, Vault 79 will be the new home for all of America's gold reserves. Fort Knox will secretly be retired and emptied. Its gold bullion transported to the new vault, where it will be safe behind Vault-Tec's top-of-the-line automated security. Biometric recognition to verify authorized personnel. Sophisticated laser grid fields to ward off intruders. And, in the unlikely event of a breach, military-grade defensive turret systems built in partnership with our friends at Robco. All of this, along with Vault-Tec's signature lead-line containment walls, airtight construction, fusion power generators, and automated manufacturing facilities. Vault 79, a golden future for the America we all know and love. Brought to you by Vault-Tec.
Mysterious cave.
For once, the rumor mill gets it right. There is a treasure in that vault. All of America's gold reserves.
What's so important about gold?
Not as much today, but that's just it. Put aside the base instinct of hoarding wealth. What could we do with a vault full of precious metals?
If everyone knew we had it, we could build a base to recommission trade, establish our own currency.
Exactly. No more barter or wild, unregulated proxies. It won't happen overnight, but one day we could have leverage to create a new economy. Property rights, taxes, laws, a government.
This just sounds like you want some kind of gold-based empire. Vault-Tec must have planned all this. They're still watching out for us. I really don't care about this gold or your plan to get it. But first we need to get inside.
We won't be able to do it alone. We need help. Even more importantly, we need people to buy in. To see that gold as their future. Fortunately, you just made contact with two large groups of people who both seem to have their own talents.
Let's see. We don't need any of them. We should keep this within 76. The settlers at Foundation know how to build things. Maybe they can dismantle them too. Hell, if you're going to break into something, why not ask a bunch of raiders? Well, let's do the first one. Settlers at Foundation know how to build things. Maybe they can dismantle them too.
Do me a favor. Talk to both of them. I doubt they'll work together, but we'll want all the options on the table. Talk to the newcomers. We'll need them if we're gonna get into that vault.
Talk to Meg about Vault 79 and Paige. Well, at the moment, right now, Meg is closest. So the actual, like, bad, you know, people in this one, because in Fallout 3, you had, of course, the Enclave, and then you just had Raiders, so you only had two. New Vegas. You had the Powder Gangers. You had the Fiends. You can't really say Kaiser Legion because if you side with them, they're good with you, and vice versa with the NCR. But I guess you technically only had 2 in there as well. Then Fallout 4, you had again Raiders. But if I remember correctly, besides Raiders, until you make an enemy of a faction, that's it. Well, besides super mutants, but they're not a faction. So I think this one has the most bad, because you have the Blood Eagles that are straight bad. The Mothman Cultists, bad. Then you have some other raider, I can't remember the damn name.
Looks like your little inoculation worked like a charm. We've established your usefulness, but don't mistake our gratitude for hospitality. Yet here you are. What tells me you're not here just to waste my time. You want something. And it must be important, else you wouldn't be barging in here like you run the place. Out with it.
Let's see. The treasure here in Appalachia. It's real. Locked inside Vault 79.
Well, if that don't pique my interest, please, go on. What exactly, pray tell, is inside this Vault 79?
The U.S. Treasury's supply of gold. All of it.
This is a fascinating turn of events, ain't it? The things I could buy with that gold. You know, I heard rumors about it round here. Of course, the last sucker who tried to use the location of the trove as a bargaining chip is still dangling from a wire outside as we speak. Liars get wires, you dig? So let's pretend for a moment I don't believe you. What you got to convince me?
Let's see, Perception 4. By my count, you've got a serious supply shortage. Can you afford not to trust me?
You ain't wrong. Getting into one of them vaults sure would set us up for a while.
I dug up some vault schematics from VTU. Would you be convinced if I show them to you?
Shit. You know I could just kill you and take this, right? You got a lot to learn before you can roll with us, 7-6.
That's stupid. Why do you think I haven't gotten you the location of the vault yet?
Ooh, I like the cut of your jib. Maybe there is hope for you. Toss it up on the board and let's see what you got here. I don't take kindly to trespassers.
On the board?
You better show yourself the door.
Oh.
Alright. Seems pretty legit. I assume you're coming to me because we got the skills to get into this here vault. But you know, we ain't gonna do this out of the goodness of our hearts, baby doll. Oh, no. I'm gonna expect a significant cut of the goods inside. So we're gonna have ourselves an agreement here, see? I supply the people power. You supply the location. We all get inside, we nab the goods, you get a nice fair little cut, and we all make out like bandits, you dig?
Let's see, and I suppose we just trust each other not to screw each other over?
Showing your cards early, 7-6. Look, I may be a nasty cutthroat survivor, but I stick by my word. I won't yank your chain. Not like that bitch Rose.
What kind of cut are we talking about?
I don't know, 50% of whatever we take in? Now remember who's gonna do all the heavy lifting in there. If the treasure's half as good as you say, it should be more than enough to set you up for life. And if you impress me enough, maybe you get to roll with us. That is, as long as you're cool with people calling you a raider.
I'd like a bigger cut of the loot.
Yeah? Well, I'd like my mama back from the dead in a world that ain't burned up like a post-nuclear turkey dinner. We don't always get what we want. Look, I know it ain't what you want to hear, but maybe you get a little bonus if you prove you're worth it, alright? So, first things first. We gotta have a plan to crack that big-ass vault door wide open, right? Easy peasy, light and breezy. That's a job for Lucky Lou, our demo expert. If he can't explode it, then it ain't from this earth. Now, Lou can be a real shut-in, on account of his, skin condition. But I trust him more than just about anybody. Why don't you go see him in his room down below? Introduce yourself. Fill him in on the plan, then do whatever prep work he needs you to do, you dig?
We're the bad guys.
Got it, I'll talk to Lou. What's Lou's condition?
Aside from the fact Lou ain't exactly what I call a people person, he looks like one of them ghouls you see shambling around out there. Only he still maintains all the other stuff that makes us human. Don't worry, he ain't gonna bite. But some of the others don't much appreciate his appearance, so he keeps to himself. Works out, because he's a bit of a hermit anyway.
Why is he called Lucky Lou?
At least when it comes to dying. Lou's got a knack for cheating death. He was up in Pittsburgh, 70 years old when shit went down. They say a real honest-to-goodness A-bomb fell straight in his living room. Thing didn't go off. A dud. The radiation came flowing down the rivers into the city. Most died or went feral. But Lou, he survived. Changed, but with his mind intact. You get the picture.
Got it, I'll talk to Lou.
Right on, 7-6. Do your thing. Just try to keep this on the down low, alright? I don't want the entire camp knowing what's going on yet. Only tell who I say to tell, you dig?
Get out of my face.
Well, that increased their reputation
Come to think of
a
it,
good bit.
I haven't seen Lou in a while. Oh well. At least he's got you to check up on him.
Short radio rifle. Cheating death. I would have liked to get Lou on board for the Vault 79 heist. Okay, there's still talk to Paige. Lou's goodbye notes. Gone forever, don't get nibby and come looking. I ain't gonna be an eyesore around here no more. I already told Fisher he's got claim to all my stuff. The rest of you can fight over the scraps. Oh, sad. See, speak with Fisher. Oh, find clues on Fisher's terminal. Gotcha. Okay, everything's up there.
What are you looking at?
Shut up.
You come to me all in a hurry. Now you're taking your sweet-ass time hanging around here. I'll get you, 7-6.
Tech logs. Already read those. Is it in one of the tech logs? Maybe tracking beacon? Yep.
Is it daytime out there? You can lose track of time down here. You're the new guy, aren't you? I seen you talking with Meg and poking around. What brings you to me?
I found a note from Lou that says he took off. He mentioned you in it. What do you know about his disappearance?
Lou, huh? I didn't know he was gone. Maybe he was just tired of being cooped up in that hole of his and then for some fresh air?
Let's see. We'll do this the hard way then. The hard way's got way more punching.
Okay. You got me. I confess. I intentionally misled you. But it's not what you think. I had to do it. I promised Lou I would try to throw people off his trail if they came looking for him. I was hoping he'd come to his senses, return by now, and this wouldn't be necessary. Truth is, I'm worried. When he left, he was more glum than usual, like something was weighing heavy on his mind.
Did something bad happen to him recently?
Nothing I'm aware of. Nothing truly bad ever seems to happen to him. In fact, if I was still a religious man, I would say God watches over him and has special plans for Lou here on this earth. Lou's one of the luckiest men alive. He's over 95 years old and still fit as a fiddle. Sharp as a tack. I've witnessed over a dozen times where something should have rightly killed any normal man. But not Lou.
It's because he's a ghoul. There's no way he's as lucky as you say.
Indeed, no lies. Just last month, a death claw set upon his raiding party. This thing rips through every one of them. But when it gets to Lou, it takes a sniff at him and goes on its merry way. Maybe it didn't like the smell of ghoul. Or maybe it's something else. Whatever the case, the man's lucky to be alive.
Let's see. Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
Not exactly. But I did send out a friend of mine to go find him, just before you showed up. She's a tracker. Best I've ever known. Unfortunately, she hasn't come back yet. Might be she's having trouble getting Lou to see eye to eye. My friend's not the best conversationalist, and Lou's stubborn. Maybe you can go and mediate. Talk some sense into old Lou.
So where do I find your tracker friend?
Oh, right. Pardon me. Since my tracker buddy went off alone, I rigged up a tracking beacon I could use to find her, just in case she ran into trouble and, wasn't able to make it back. I don't think that's the case here, but fair warning, this might lead you to a dead end. In this case, I'm sorry. You can use your Pip-Boy to track the beacon's radio signal. The closer you are, the more it will ping. It should get you to where you need to be.
Let's see. I sure hope this will lead me to Lou.
Me too. It would be a shame if this were all for naught. Good luck and Godspeed.
Okay, meet Fisher's friend and tune radio
Be
to
best
Fisher's
if you
tracking
would
beacon, but first we'll
perhaps
do
not tell
page.
anyone
Oh.
what we've been speaking about.
I mean, it's just right here. So maybe we'll do this. see. Tune radio to Fisher's tracking beacon. '62. Probably this cave over here. Oh, the cave's up there. Yep. Carlton Mine. Okay. Okay, we're not on that anymore.
Hello? I was not expecting anyone.
Okay. Let's see. Fisher sent me. Are you his tracker friend?
Yes, I am Weasel.
Is there something wrong with your voice?
I can't speak. The man, Fisher, made this collar to let me speak words. It is not perfect, but it works. He found the machines. No. The science. No. That is also not right. Technology. Yes, it has trouble interpreting some words.
How does the collar let you speak?
Fisher knows how it works better than I do. He found a science person. No, a scientist's house in Mananga. The scientist was working on a device to let animals talk. Fisher made it work for me and impoverished, improvised, made it work better, mostly.
Oh, the Vox syringer, I think, is probably what they're talking about. What kind of words does it have trouble with?
The vocals, Vox cable. Word list was not complete. For example, there are no bad words. I have been trying to say bad words this whole time, but they do not come out. If I try, I can say them in other ways. Poop. Fornicate. Hot underground place.
Weasel. That's an unusual name.
Not my real name. I was with a different gang until I snatched, no, ratted on someone. They used a red-hot poker to burn my voice box. Now I am with Meg and her gang. They like me, but when they found out why I could not talk, they programmed this thing so I could only say my name is Weasel. That way, people know I was a rat.
Sounds shitty. Never mind, no time to chat. We need to find Lou. Any idea where he is?
Lou is deep inside the mine, but he does not want to be found, and it is dangerous to go alone. We can find him together. You lead. I will follow.
Okay, so that's Weasel.
Take Weasel or whoever's with you and leave. Yins ain't getting in, and I ain't coming out. This better be good.
Hey buddy, tone down the Hermit Act. I'm here to help.
No help needed. Yins can help by going back where you came from before I cave us in. So, unless you want me buried tonight, get out.
Barry, what do you mean? Are you really gonna kill both of us? Let's talk this through.
Ain't up for discussion. You die. It's on you now. Talking's over.
No way forward. Lou shut me tight. But come look at this. Over here. I have an idea.
Let's see. What am I looking at?
It looks like there is a way through. We could exclaim, expose, destroy it with Big Boom and go to the other side.
How do you know that will work?
I cannot clear it. Garbage. I cannot make it sure. But I was told to get Lou, and you were told to get Lou too. We can try this, or we can go home with no Lou. Meg will not be happy if there is no Lou.
What are you gonna destroy it with?
I found some Big Boom charges at the cave entrance when you arrived. Lou must have left them. I wish I could say the right word. Big Boom makes me sound like a baby. I have seen Lou use them. I think I can do this.
Are you sure this will lead to where we need to go?
No, but we do not have many options. The cave on the other side may lead us to another cave that goes back into the mine. Then we can find Lou. I have a good feeling about this.
Big Boom, are you talking about explosives?
Yes, the scientist who first made this thing did not make the word for Big Boom. The word you said. But he did make Big and Boom. I do not know why.
Sounds like you know what you're doing. Let's try it.
I have done this kind of work with Lou before. Stand back. I will set up the Big Boom.
Do I have to... Hurry up, Weasel. Terminal. Staff notice, we can't wait much longer for the fuel pump to be repaired. I'll be visiting corporate next week to push on this issue. If Dwayne's guy can't fix this in before November, we may need to hire a local contractor in Grafton or Morgantown. If there's a complete failure while I'm away, talk to Jonah. He worked maintenance in Gully Mine and knows how to contact their technician, Martin. That's it. Wow, okay. Yeah, he definitely tried to kill himself. He had a lot of shotguns. Lose log, new plan. This makes no damn sense. It was such a simple idea. Just sit in the chair. Since the other day, I've gone through 3 chairs and 4 shotguns. I've had jams, misfires, broken chair legs, bad aim, and every other thing. I should have known everything in this mine was rusted to hell. No way I'm trying this on myself unless I'm sure it will work. I'm here to die, not to get maimed. Time for a new plan. Wow, okay. Engine room. I found another one of them ghouls in this mine tonight. He looked just like me, but his mind was fried. I tried talking to him, stupid. He just ran at me. If Lev's right, I could turn into one of those things at any time. Yeah, there's only one way out of this. I'm not sure I can... Oh, wait. I'm not sure I can to pull a trigger on myself. I keep losing my nerve. I'm an engineer. I'll think of something. Maybe I should take the human element out of it. I'll need a workshop. This engine room will work if I stash all the corpses somewhere. An engine room. What the hell? That's so funny, so I guess he is really lucky. Requires terminal. Nothing over here. Bloody dude. Lose log, turret repair. I finally stopped the turrets in the next room from firing on every random critter that runs by. Now they'll only activate when I press the red button. I'll be leaving on my own terms, not some damn rats. Huh. Not doing much, luckily. Nah, thing likes radiation, I think. Cry later. Hopefully this terminal, now that wouldn't unlock this, I'll need to take that one out. Lose engineering notes. Turrets. I found a store of military-grade turrets in an old observatory to the south. No idea why they needed this firepower. It's mine now. These turrets are in good shape. I've tested a few and they all seem to work. I still can't bring myself to walk in front of one, but I have a new plan to work around that. Trial number 2. The turrets are all set up, but these giant hideous rats keep running through the room and setting them off. Their corpses are liquidy. Makes my stomach churn, thinking that will be me. Tremors have also been a problem. Yeah, tremors. Yesterday I replaced all the turret wiring, and then a small quake set them off. Somehow they ended up targeting each other. Now I need new turrets. I'm starting to sour on this whole damn plan. Failure. Okay, I'm done here. Everything was set up perfectly today. Perfectly. I was eating another last meal over by the excavator when a damn rock fell on the button and activated the turrets. They targeted me, but the excavator blocked most of the fire. 2 of the rounds grazed my arm, and God, this hurts worse than I thought it would. What the hell was I thinking? I hate this place. I don't want to die, but I can't let myself become one of those things. I know what I have to do, even if my heart ain't in it. Damn it, back to the drawing board. He is really trying to kill himself. So none of them are on at the moment. Oh, what the hell? Why do I have the radium rifle out? Oh yeah, that is something I had before that. Chamber. All that computer crap was too finicky. New plan. Death by heavy machinery. I'll need more supplies to finish building the chamber. It needs more supports. Each time it's in the tremors in the mine, it gets worse. Now they happen almost every time I turn it on. Am I causing them somehow? Goodbye, world. Oh, shit. power armor. Okay. A frog. Right now, how the hell am I gonna get out of here? These glowing. Oh shit. You rarely see rat scorpions in this game. In fact, before this, the only place I saw them was in the scorched areas. Oh shit. Oh, I'm out of grenades. Okay. Oh wow. I'm not going down there. I'm in power armor. Oh.
Stay here. You should be the one to handle this part.
right, Jagoff. I see yous. You better be ready to explain what you're thinking. Okay, I'm listening. You gone through all the trouble not to get here. Lord, after stop an old man from off himself. What do you want?
Off yourself. Are you trying to commit suicide?
That's what I said. Did I stutter? In case it ain't obvious, I'm one of them rad-soaked ghouls. Been that way going on 25 years. Ain't no way to live. Killing myself's the only way to keep people safe. Of course, that's harder than you'd think.
How will killing yourself keep people safe?
You see them fears, right? Only a matter of time before I'm one of them. I don't want to kill nobody who ain't got a good reason to be killed. It's bad enough I look like a monster. It's a whole nother thing to kill just 'cause something moved.
Aren't you working with raiders, though?
That's different. We don't kill nobody for no reason. We offer mercy. We let people join up. We ain't as bad as you think. We give them a choice. And we only kill if we need to. It's about survival. Not killing because we feel like it.
Maybe it's not that bad.
Yins ain't making a good case if you want my help.
Okay, I understand.
It ain't the kind of life I'd wish on nobody.
I imagine deciding to kill yourself is a very hard decision.
That ain't what I mean. I mean literally. Physically, I can't seem to do it. You've seen the setups I got here. All designed to be foolproof death traps. None of them worked. Always something managed to go wrong. So I figure with this last one, worst case scenario, I get buried alive and can't do no harm to nobody. No backing out of it. I tell you, my luck ain't a blessing. It's a curse.
You've really convinced yourself of this luck thing, haven't you? I don't think luck's got anything to do with it. I think you're deluding yourself. It's only a curse if you're trying to die. Yeah, it's only a curse if you're trying to die.
That's the problem. Dying of old age don't seem to be an option. The longer I'm alive, the longer I'm a danger to others. I'm a burden at best. No thanks. I'm done with the world. It's like the world just ain't done with me. Just had to curse me with luck, so I can't even die in peace with my dignity intact.
What's wrong with being a ghoul?
You for real? Aside from maybe being a ticking feral time bomb, my body's a mess. Feels like the radiation's both killing me and keeping me alive somehow. You get used to it after a while. But it ain't ever pretty. Nah, it ain't all bad. I've never been good around people. Now they let me alone because look, I feel like I could live forever. That might sound good, but trust me, it ain't.
What if you don't change?
I only run across a few others like me. They were all worried about the same. What if? No one's got any idea. Ain't exactly a doctor around who knows how this all works. So yeah, maybe I'm fine. Maybe I'll live another 100 years and not nothing goes sideways. But you seen all them fears out there. Way more of them than there is like us. I don't want to take no chances. This unnatural walking corpse of a body. It ain't no way to live. Say I go back with you and say, what happens if I change for the worse and end up killing others? And what happens if people have trouble putting me down? So I end up killing them all. What then?
That's certainly a concern we'll deal if it comes up. I don't think that's very likely. That's certainly a concern we'll deal with it if it comes up.
Yeah? You gonna put your money where your mouth is? If I do this job for you, you gotta help me off myself after it's done. It's gotta be you. I don't want nobody else knowing about this.
Let's see. The only thing I'll promise is to leave you alone afterwards. I don't feel comfortable with that. I'd much rather convince you to live.
I don't think it's gonna happen. But likewise, so long as yins let me try to convince you I need to die, it's a deal. Remember, not a word to the others about what I was out here doing or why. Not even Fisher. Don't want him thinking less of me. And I don't want to cause any fright. Now, let's hear about this jaw.
We need your demolition skills to break into Vault 79. Let's go back to credit first. Meg will fill you in. No, we need your demolition skills to break into Vault 79.
Yins want to blast our way into a vault? Sounds crazy, but I can do it. I'm in. You go on ahead back to Crater. I gotta get things in order around here, so nothing happens to it while I'm gone. Meet you there. Hope this job of yours is worth the risk of bringing me along.
It should be. Nothing in that tin. See another terminal. Vehicle inventory terminal. Forklift operation records. Just people who used it. Maintenance requests. Wheel replacements. Left rear wheel deformed. Needs replacement. Steering. 6 to the left. Noticed this over the past 2 days. Oh, the boring ass terminal. Alright, there. Charging short recon scope, cryolator. I might keep that one. Tactical plasma pistol. Damn it, I didn't get nothing for it. I was just going back into the mine. What is in here? Oh, it's bathrooms. Okay. And that's the terminal that we was like maybe, I don't know. Okay, and there's okay. Speak with Meg. Go ahead and do that really quick since it's pretty close. The hell did I get that for?
Back off.
Come to think, A76. Took you long enough to come back. You get Lou on board with the plan?
Let's see. Sorry, he wasn't home, so I had to go look for him. He's the Lou ran off. No. I had to take care of some stuff. Lou's good to go.
Okay, good. Lou's our way in the front door, so I don't know how we do it without him. Alright, so I've been thinking about those plans. Place is secure as hell. Once Lou gets us inside, I'm sure we're gonna meet resistance. Ain't gonna just bowl over and let us loot, so we're gonna need the big guns. For that, we need Gale. Gale's the big green mutant gal you may have seen around, always hanging out with her little girl, Ra-Ra. Ever since Ra-Ra met up with Gale in the wilderness, they've been impossible to separate. So, just saying, you may have to convince Ra-Ra to let Gale come with us. Good luck, 7-6.
This place sucks. We were way better off up north.
Oh, there we go.
Gale seems to be throwing a fit over there. You're gonna have to calm her down before she's gonna want to do anything for us.
Recipe for buff cats. 2 pulse grenades. Fun and games started.
I don't see Gale over here volunteering for the job yet. You gonna get on that, 7-6?
Shut the hell up, Meg. Okay, so we speak to Kale. Since, you know, all this is gonna be in here, I'll do it all until
Stupid human!
until I'm able to go back to where did I hit? Ah, down here. Back down to Foundation. So we're gonna end it here though. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Have a great day and we'll see you. Bye.
Don't want to